dear children. I welcome you in today's English class of class 9th, where we are going to start the last chapter of your story Beehive If I Were You. It's a play written by Douglas James, and it's very interesting one. So before starting the actual text, let me introduce introduction of the to the lesson. This play is about a playwright named Gerard, how he escapes being killed by an intruder who wants to steal his identity and live peacefully. Gerard fools the intruder, confines him in a cupboard, and finally hands him over to the sergeant. Sergeant meaning police. So let's start the chapter with scene 1. As I have already told you, it's a play, so here are so many scenes. A small cottage interior. There is an entrance back right, which may be curtained. Another door to the left must be a practical door. The furniture is simple, consisting of a small table towards the left, a chair or two, and a divan rather upstage on the right. On the table is a telephone. When the curtain rises, Gerard is standing by the table making a phone call. He is of medium height and wearing horn-rimmed glasses. He is dressed in a tongue suit and a great coat. His voice is cultured. So, dear children, you can see we are describing this man, Gerard, his horn-rimmed glasses, his cultured look, you can see. And what happens with him will go on. The play is set in a small cottage. The room has an entrance on the right-hand side with a curtain on it. There is another door to the left side of the room which is in use. The room has simple furniture, a small table to the left, a chair or two, and a small bed on the right side of the room. On the table, a telephone is kept. As the curtain on the stage is rolled up, Gerard is found standing by the table making a phone call. He is of medium height and is wearing spectacles that are in the shape of horns. He is wearing a long suit and a great coat. His voice indicates that he is cultured and well educated. Let's proceed with this. Gerard's speech or statement. Well, tell me him to phone up directly. I must know. Yes, I expect I'll be here. I'll still be here, but you must not count on that. In about 10 minutes' time, right ho, goodbye. He puts down the phone and goes to the divan on the left, where there is a travelling bag, and starts packing. While he is thus engaged, another man similar in build to Gerard enters from the right silently, revolver in hand. He is flashily dressed in an overcoat and a soft hat. He bumps accidentally against the table, and at the sound Gerard turns quickly. Gerard is speaking on the phone. He says that the person should call him up directly. He adds that he would reach in 10 minutes, bids goodbye, and puts the receiver back on the phone. Then he goes to the divan and starts packing the stuff in a travelling bag. While he is busy packing, another man who is similar to Gerard enters the room silently from the right side. He has a gun in one hand. He is dressed in bright colored dress, an overcoat, and a soft hat. He bumps into the table and Gerard turns around at the sound. Now, the play is a just increasing one or developing. Gerard pleasantly, why, this is a surprise, mister. Gerard speaks pleasantly to the stranger and says he is surprised to see him. Intruder. And what is intruder? The meaning is written here. Intruder, a person who intrudes especially into a building with criminal intent. Intent meaning desire. Pause here, hands. Now I'm glad. He says, intruder says, I'm glad you are pleased to see me. I don't think you will be pleased for long. Put those paws up. The intruder says that he is glad to find Gerard happy to see him. He adds that Gerard won't remain happy when he comes to know of his intentions. The intruder asks Gerard to raise his hands. Now the text. Gerard, this is all very melodramatic, not very original, perhaps, but melodramatic meaning excessive emotions that are required for the situation, not original one. He says that whatever you are presenting, it seems to be very melodramatic. It is not looking original, that it is not able to show your real intentions. Intruder, trying to be calm and the intruder says that he is trying to be composed and he is short of words to complete the sentence. That's why is written. Gerard, nonchalant is your word, I think. Nonchalant meaning not showing an anxiety, interest, or enthusiasm. Gerard adds that he wants to say that he is trying to be calm and nonchalant, that is, not to show an anxiety or enthusiasm. Intruder, thanks a lot. You will soon stop being smart. I'll make you crawl. I want to know a few things. See. The intruder thanks Gerard for completing the sentence and says that soon he will stop acting smart. He adds that he will torture him and make him crawl. So, dear children, we had seen till yet Gerard was going to pack his bag. Suddenly, an intruder entered in his room. He asked him to put his hands up. But Gerard did not seem a little afraid with all these proceedings. But the intruder was telling him that right now he was looking very calm and composed, but the same situation was not going to carry on later, meaning very soon he must be repenting on this calm nature because something very dangerous intention he had in his mind. So for today, this much only. I hope everybody have followed. Thank you.